New on Curiosity Stream.
From time to time, we have collisions between asteroids and the Earth.
We track them, we study them, we hope the big one never comes. Don't look up, it's Asteroid Rush. And alligators. They rarely get sick. They even outlasted the dinosaurs. Could they hold the secret to human longevity?
Their blood could have antibacterial applications.
Wade into the investigation on immortal alligators. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
What's up? It's your boy, The Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
First, we made it to drinking time.
You bet your butt
and the weekend.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the Men's Room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to see Drink Desk and Stephen Throwhill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. Real quick, I love this. Someone here says, spell check is my worst enema.
Hey, oh, no.
I know they're being funny, but they also spelled enema wrong.
Dude, in those days, when you can't even get close enough to get a red line, I'm like, Jesus.
I know.
Ted, I will say this. It was funny. Like, there's days, Ted will whip around in his chair and say, dude, how do you spell fill in the word? And you say whatever. And he goes, I've tried it like 8 times, and like, I can't even get the red line under. Like, it doesn't. It has no idea what I'm trying to say. Today, and a couple of listeners sent us this story. Today, we toast an unidentified man from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Now, yesterday, he and a passenger were driving their SUV northbound on North Ocean Boulevard. Now, the driver, who is our honoree, he became distracted, crossed the center line, and struck a FedEx delivery van that was driving southbound. The reason the driver was distracted was because his passenger was providing him with the intimate services of a mouth hug. And that mouth hug was good enough that he lost track of his surroundings and crashed, no pun intended, head on. Now, neither occupant of the FedEx vehicle were injured, and the only package harmed was the one being attentively gift-wrapped by the passenger of the SUV. Now, video footage, it shows the aftermath, and it shows both SUV occupants being treated at the scene with their pants around their ankles. Now, the driver, seriously, so they got a helicopter buzzing overhead. Medics are down there doing the thing, but the pants are down. The driver appears to have gotten lucky twice, as the resulting injuries were not, and I quote, reproductively catastrophic.
All right.
So, yeah, he's getting service on the road, man. It's good enough. He's like, oh, yeah. Slammed him to the FedEx truck like, oh, no, there's teeth marks in it. Hopefully he's not married to someone else. So we pour this booze, and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy!
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola bichola. Someone corrected me. Diarrhea has 2 R's, not 2 H's. I apologize.
That's how I got it right.
D-I-A-R-R-A-C-O. Did you get it right?
It's Bad Choice Friday. It's Bad Choice Friday. Hey, man, this is your fault.
Shame on. All right, so we have songs about rain on a Bad Choice Friday. BJ Thomas and Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head, taking on the Weather Girls, and It's Raining Men. Mike, I know you wanted the Weather Girls. How was the voting?
Well, Miles, in order to find out our winner, you need only look to the sky, for my forecast shows a 60% chance that it is indeed raining men.
The Weather Girls win.
Indeed. Weather Girls.
You thought this would be close.
I did. Probably was not, was it? Welcome to the Weekend Bitches. Yeah, here you go. Your winner on a Bad Choice Friday. It's Miles, the Thrill of Men's Room. 99.9 KISW.
Please, your Weather Girl.
Seattle.
New on Curiosity Stream.
With my infrared drone, I can see what others can't.
Drone pilot Doug Thron uses his bird's eye view for the ultimate good, saving animals from desperate situations around the globe. Join the rescue effort on a new season of Doug to the Rescue. And
You captured a Confederate steamboat?
We're taking the ship to freedom.
An enslaved crew, a stolen vessel, and a Civil War dash to salvation on impossible escapes. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
99.9 KISW. We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Now for all TV news all time for TV Time with 10.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the men's room presents TV Time with Ted.
All right. I know a topic that a lot of people like and a lot of people hate. Kim Kardashian.
All right.
So it's funny, I have a story here about her show, and she's talking about with Pete Davidson. She felt something when they kissed her in the Aladdin skit on SNL. And then, to Pete's credit, you know, he's using the old school playbook, right? Everybody knows about him, this and that. And she even said, she goes, after the SNL thing, you know, they always have an after party for the guest host. He didn't show up.
Kanye was there.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. She's like, I'm good.
Yeah, but at that point,
were they? I don't know what was going on.
I don't think that you make that play when they're
when the dude's still there.
Their husband is still there. You go, I'm good.
Yeah, but she was single.
Well, I don't know the timeline, and it does not matter to me. But if she's single, but you know what though, man? But still, Kanye's Kanye.
I just feel like if I'm on SNL, Kim Kardashian, even, you know what I mean? Like, I know they're separated. She's probably going to get divorced. Like, again, though, I'm not good with women. I would have still gone and been like, hey, Kim, what's going on?
I would have gone, too.
Right, so he didn't go. So she says that she had to call a producer, get his number. Basically, she just said, hey, I'd heard about the BDE. She was DTF.
Yeah.
If you don't know what that stuff means, I like the way they put it here. Big wiener energy.
Right.
And down to fornicate.
Right. She was down to fornicate.
Right. Basically, she's like, she hooked up with him, and then she was like, I wasn't really looking for a relationship. I just wanted to get back out there. And then she's like, I liked him.
I think she was probably just down to smile and down to laugh.
Yeah.
So that's what she said. To the point where, like, you know, like you're dating someone who's very serious, obviously, and they have a $1 billion business, and they're, you know, focused on that stuff. But then you got a guy who tells jokes for a living and just likes to have fun.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, the reason, so that's kind of an interesting story, but also, Mike, I don't know if you were back there. I was telling the guys in the office today, I found it funny. I read an article last night that said Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson had flown to London. Now, Kim Kardashian, whether you like her or not, she's an A-list celebrity. Yeah. She gets in everywhere she wants to go, right? She shows up a pain in the grass. I'm giving her a ticket. Oh, yeah. Pete can't come in. Now, of course. Yeah. But they flew over there, and they wanted to go to the Queen's Jubilee, which is this massive thing. It's
as a queen, I know she showed up initially. Then she had to bow out because she's 1,000 years old. It's understood. But has she shown back up yet?
So she was there the first day. And actually, the queen looked pretty good for the queen.
Yeah, all things considered.
Yeah. But then she took a day off today. And then I think tomorrow morning when they have like the giant celebration.
All right, okay.
She'll be there for that. But yeah, they flew over there and were like, oh, we want to go to the Jubilee. And Buckingham Palace was like, no.
Oh.
So then the one I read, so they even hit up the
BBC.
And they were like, no, we're not giving you any passes. And then this article, I just loved it. It summed it up with Kim's so desperate. She says she will take a ticket that's not even VIP.
She lives in a world where she can't imagine it, which makes sense because, you know, for the last, 20 years she's been VIP. Look, Kim, I get it. You're hugely popular. I do not know why, but I do not care. Good on you, right? Make your living. But in England, they know who you are, but you're an American creation. This is about British royalty. You serve no purpose here, and
you're not going to overshadow the Queen's entire life.
You'd be a distraction, but it's like this is the U.S. thing, right? We love every shiny, stupid
don't
thing.
get me wrong. There's other celebrities there.
I know that, but they're not a distraction. She's a distraction just because she's there, not necessarily any fault of her own.
I'm trying to remember if she was at the wedding for Meghan. I don't know.
I truly don't know, Tim.
I watched a lot of the entrances in pregame.
I know.
It's pretty spectacular. Not going to watch the Jubilee, though. I don't really care for that. I just thought it was funny. Like, you fly all the way over there, then it's like...
It doesn't even have to be VIP.
Yeah, like, sorry, we can't get you a ticket. Whenever you could scalp one.
You know you could.
Yeah.
You got a ticket to the Jubilee. For someone like me, I know it's a significant event. I know that it matters. I just, intrinsically, I do not care.
I bought mine.
So if I had a ticket, I'd be like, hey, man, if Ted, you come over, right, and you got your magnets and all that. Like, bro, I do have a ticket. It costs whatever it's going to cost. Absolutely.
Just buying on Vivid Seats is just a hell of a service charge.
Right.
The only thing I could figure is it's kind of like a presidential inauguration in our country. This Jubilee celebration. Right? And I've been lucky enough, right, with my mom working at the AFL, like when Clinton was in there, like we got great tickets, like right there on the, like they had a giant thing in front of the Lincoln Memorial.
Yeah.
But like we were like in the upper section, which was pretty cool.
Look at you.
That's where I famously heard Will Smith call it the Patty Mac River.
Yeah.
He did it, Mike.
You were there live for that?
Yeah, because he did it in practice. And I remember, even as a kid, laughing, because you just grew up near the Potomac River, you know, like the Patty Mac. And I remember laughing as a kid, and then when he did it during the actual event, it was like, you got to be kidding me.
There's certain times you ask for the outside help.
Yeah.
And a presidential inauguration, whoever the president might be, like, it's a serious moment for those of us that still take it seriously. Like, just try to get it right there. But in Will KISW, wasn't he trying to make some, like, historical reference to?
Yeah.
Right? So if you're going to go on that big, long BS kind of thing, you know, not, hey, we're on the shores of the Patty Mac, but like, you know, this former president crossed the Patty Mac, like, bad luck, bro.
In a kayak.
Right. It's like the George Washington crossed the Delaware River.
After he went to REI. Got a membership.
Yeah. I think my buddy Alex has the best story. It's like, how'd you meet your wife again? He's like, I met her at some, like, his dad worked at the Capitol. He was one of the top aides on the Hill. But he met her at a ball after Obama's inauguration.
Oh, yeah?
I was like, that's a pretty cool story. I guess it's not that cool. They're divorced now.
Why would you put it like that?
Jesus.
Sorry.
Because it didn't work out.
Yeah, I'm just running through like, God, man, he has a great wedding story. Then I'm like, oh, yeah, we never tell that story.
Moral of the story, Cinderella sucks.
Right. She got big old feet.
Don't follow the shoe.
Right. You know what? Speaking of hot chicks, let's talk about having crushes when you were growing up.
Yep.
So, Miles and Thrill, I think you'll be on most of these. Mike, you're probably too young, but they say it's millennials. Did you have a crush on any of these TV or movie characters? Now, right out of the gate, they say Kimberly, the Pink Ranger, Almighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Ooh.
I guess?
Did you have a Pink Ranger?
I know that a lot in my generation did. Here I go again. I was not allowed to watch Power Rangers when I was a kid. So
what?
Yeah.
Power Rangers?
Were they?
Were the suits too tight?
No, it was too violent.
Were they killing people?
Well, no. Me and my sisters would end up fighting each other, and you know.
You would take.
We were
made it worse.
reenacting.
Oh,
yeah, and I would.
So you watched this television show, and because of what you guys did to each other, it was banned in the house.
Right. So we couldn't watch that. We couldn't watch Ninja Turtles. Yeah.
Huh. Did you act out all of these things when you saw them?
Apparently, because that's what my mom said. Like, I don't remember it.
Do you believe this?
No.
Okay.
Well, that's what's nice, too, about having an older brother. Because when you try to fight him, he just beats you up.
Your dad can vouch for this.
There's
stuff.
no
He knows.
recreation.
Your dad knows. Just ask your dad.
We're going to have a list of questions at this wedding.
This is going to be a lot.
This one, they say Devin Sweeney as Casper the Friendly Ghost in human form, or Christina Ricci in Casper.
I liked Christina Ricci, in spite of that enormous forehead.
Yeah, look, that's a fair one. Like a lot of people were in there. Gets a little spicier as you go on.
Got some cool eyes.
Yeah. Danielle Fisher, Topanga.
I know the name. Why do I know the name Topanga?
Topanga, that was Boy Meets World.
I still love
Hold
Topanga.
on.
I still love her. Danielle Fisher.
I'm Googling it. Danielle Fisher.
Yeah, that was another one.
I Google it,
my
but I feel
generation.
like
Oh my God! Yeah, I was.
I would in the world of pedophilia.
No, I mean she's got to be like my age.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, I recognize her. All right, yeah,
you've seen her before.
Yeah, she has a mouth I like.
Yeah,
and she bomb,
which is just a mouth.
No, dude, you can put it in sideways. No, I mean
mouth I like means just she has a mouth.
I wasn't going to draw attention to that. I was thinking that.
One for the ladies.
That mouth is.
One for the ladies out there. Brendan Fraser in The Mummy or George of the Jungle.
George of the Jungle, he was cut.
You just gave me a thumbs up.
I did
about that mouth.
Have you seen what he looked like in George of the Jungle?
Brendan Fraser.
Like Simon mouth.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I've definitely seen Brendan Fraser shirtless.
So wait, who was the chick in? Or you said
she was
Brendan Fraser.
Topanga on Boy Meets World.
She was also in
Topanga.
Topanga.
I'm not sure I could spell that one. That was back to the.
Put in Danielle Fisher. That's what.
Topanga. Boy Meets what?
Boy Meets World.
Boy Meets World.
You know that show. No, the next one was what?
I never saw it.
The next one was Brendan Fraser in The Mummy or George of the Jungle. He had a couple of them.
Oh, she's got a ledge there.
Like that.
Oh, she's very pretty.
Like doggone.
Yeah, if I looked like that, that's how I'd look all the time.
Yeah, she looks very pretty.
Yeah.
Topanga.
She looks like a woman. I'm just saying, sometimes in Hollywood, people are very petite.
I know. It's just
that right there's a woman.
You look like a girl.
I am. Cool.
I'm already getting fired up for tomorrow.
I'm a boy.
Let's go.
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yep.
As Buffy.
Doesn't matter.
and basically the dude on Buffy as well. Sarah Michelle Gellar as Buffy was pretty good, but then also, and she was Buffy the Vampire Slayer on TV.
Yes.
Right.
It was, what was her name? Super hot blonde Christy Swanson?
I think that's it.
Was she the movie Buffy?
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
But I would say Sarah Michelle Gellar also, she was in a famous movie where she was like an evil, evil woman. And they're like in a boarding school, and I've talked about it before, she's got a cross with cocaine in it. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Something things. Mark Paul Gosselaar is Zach Morris on Saved by the Bell.
Yeah,
and
right.
also Tiffany Thiessen as Kelly Kapowski.
She still looks good now, dude.
I know. I got in this conversation the other day with somebody. Like, it was just a group of people our age, and it was just like somebody was just like, were you a Kelly Kapowski or a Jesse Spano person? And then we were going back and forth. I was like, what about Lisa Turtle?
Who's Lisa Turtle?
I
Is that
forget
Voorhees?
Yes.
Okay. She's crazy, but she's good looking.
She is.
She's like crazy.
Denise Richards as Carmen in Starship Troopers and Wild Things.
Sure.
That's whatever.
Well, and remember, Starship Troopers was amazing in the shower scene. But then when Wild Things came out, there was the pool scene with her and Nev Campbell.
Correct. I remember both.
Whatever happened to Nev Campbell?
She's still around.
Things have changed.
Okay.
Have they?
I'll show you.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas as Randy on Home Improvement. That makes sense. People still I hear
he
still
was a good-looking kid.
Yeah,
and I'm not shocked.
Yeah. Well, it's weird too. It's like as an adult when you watch a show, it's like a family structure. But as a kid, when you watch a show and there's a teenager on the show, you're like, ooh, like I'm a teenager, they're a teenager.
Would you like to be a teenager too?
Leonardo DiCaprio
in anything.
All right, Titanic, Romeo and Juliet, and then this one, I'm fine with it, even though they kind of took away some of her curves. But Lola Bunny in Space Jam.
Oh yeah,
Lola Bunny.
She was a cartoon.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not Googling that.
I mean, are you going to say...
I might later, but...
I mean, listen, I know cartoons are a little, I don't generally run around being attracted to cartoons.
Or anime, whatever.
But Lola Bunny and Jessica Rabbit. I mean, Jessica Rabbit, come on.
Oh, yeah.
Cartoon or not.
They had distinctive features that would make men feel something.
Yeah. Felt a tingle. Smiles would say, I knew what my special purpose was.
That's right.
I know why I have a penis. Mama. I just figured it out.
I gotta sit down.
I mean, it's a pretty good list. I was like, almost every woman on there, I was like, yep, that checks off.
For Miles and I, it was the Farrah Fawcett's, the Heather Locklears. It's just 10 years ahead, but same general thing. Farrah Fawcett, Heather Thomas from...
She was good.
And who was the chick from...
was there a...
Dukes of Hazzard? Catherine Bach.
All right, Catherine Bach.
She was a massive hit with everybody.
I always liked her. I'll still take her today. But then people always talk about Heather Locklear. Wasn't there another Charlie's Angel? Was there a dark-haired one?
Hold on.
Lucy Liu.
She does the she had like Kmart stuff. Jacqueline Smith.
All right.
She was like the classy looking one.
Yeah.
She's the one you brought home for your parents to see. The other two are the ones you just knocked boots with.
Well, in that list, right, it says millennials, so that's a lot of people around my age. I know I'm the only one that brings it up all the time, but I dare any male my age and female to tell me you didn't watch those Thigh Master commercials with Suzanne Summers.
Everybody did. They knew what they were doing.
She made so much money off that.
Yeah.
That's the real story there, is how much money she made off that project.
And not because anyone thought it was some
It was like the
miracle
original
cure.
George Foreman grill, as far as how much money you could make off an infomercial.
Yeah, and I think it actually worked.
I don't know what that sound is either.
All right. I was like, the microwave's going on.
Nobody cared if it worked. You wanted to watch Suzanne Summers.
Well, some people did. I mean, look, I didn't. I mean, I watched those commercials on mute. Right. Let's see. If you like Golden Girls, go to L.A. Golden Girls pop-up restaurant's going to L.A. It's called Golden Girls Kitchen. It's a fully functioning restaurant and bar.
What do they serve?
The items will be inspired by the show, like Sophia's lasagna.
So food that you don't need to chew.
Right. Tapioca.
Soft foods.
You know what, though? Golden Girls, I am shocked at their fandom. Like, remember, I
It
bought that
is,
shirt. Like,
yeah.
People love Golden Girls. It's not just old ladies.
Right. Don't mess with it.
It's a funny show.
It was
I mean, I can't say that I've actually watched it. The theme song, as soon as you hear it, you know exactly what it is. But I also feel, I don't know, people love Golden Girls.
It actually was a funny show. It really was. Truly.
They got Blanche's Georgia-style cookies. Dorothy has the Miami-style sandwich, which I assume is just a Cuban sandwich.
Cuban sandwich, yeah.
And then beverages like T. Arthur or T. Arthur and Rose on Rosé. Did you? By the way, I just read this the other day. I didn't realize that Betty White and not B. Arthur, Estelle Getty hated each other.
Did they?
Oh, they had
really?
Massive beef.
Oh, I had no idea.
Like, Betty White's pretty nice and doesn't talk about a lot of people badly.
Well, not now.
Yeah, but I think her quote was "F that."
Really?
No.
Oh, I was like, wow, Betty.
Just apparently they couldn't be on
Glad
set.
she's dead.
They couldn't be on set together a lot. Let's see. Thrill, Mike, third season of the Boys premiering on.
I know.
We got that on Amazon. You got some sports this weekend. You got some hockey tonight. You got game 2 of the NBA Finals. It's Golden State Warriors hosting the Boston Celtics. That's Sunday evening. Other than that, try to stay dry.
Thank you, Tim. We appreciate it. You're listening to The Men's Room.
New on Curiosity Stream.
From time to time, we have collisions between asteroids and the Earth.
We track them, we study them, we hope the big one never comes. Don't look up, it's Asteroid Rush. And alligators. They rarely get sick, they even outlasted the dinosaurs. Could they hold the secret to human longevity?
Their blood could have antibacterial applications.
Wade into the investigation on immortal alligators. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. Canadian man is arrested after dressing in black and waving a sword at people down by the river. Meanwhile, Maryland State Police investigate a challenge coin depicting where a baby one would deliver. Man on motorized unicycle crashing into recycling truck is the most San Francisco story ever. Would I return the $36,000 I found in a free couch? The answer is never. And a fish in Thailand attempts to kill the spear fisherman because paybacks. It's time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my car.
All right, top story. We go to California where a woman just got herself a couch. She saw an ad on Craigslist for a couch that the owner was just trying to get rid of for free, and she obliged. When she got back home, she noticed that the cushions were on the lumpy side and decided to investigate. What she found was $36,000 in cash.
Damn.
Without even thinking, she immediately returned the money to the previous owner of the couch and was given a $2,200
Well, obviously did not know what was there because they gave it away for free, so why give it back?
Right, you don't know this. No, Mike. Are you telling me?
Yes.
They gave it away for free. That means they did not know.
I know.
That means that you do not need to tell them that they did not know.
If it was a 50, I would consider
what
a lot
if they
more.
got that couch from somebody else for free and is just donating?
I'm aware of that.
Like pay it forward, right?
I couldn't in good conscience take what is somebody's stash of $36,000. Like, I would return it before I would have the chance
The owner of that couch, it was not their money. They did not know that money was in there.
If they did, they would know.
They gave it away for free.
Yep.
Then in turn, it does not become theirs anymore.
I'm aware of that.
I'm sorry. They could have taken the money out before they gave me the couch.
I'm not saying that that's the wrong answer, Miles. I'm just telling you that is where my head goes, is that, you know what, if I had stashed $36,000 on a couch and I came up on the point where I needed it and then I go, oh, crap, I forgot that I left that $36,000 in that couch that I gave away.
Mm-hmm. Mike, I hear you. And your righteousness is something that everyone should aspire for.
I completely understand, man.
But you disgust me.
I know.
All at the same time.
I disgust myself
You know what you are? You're Barney.
Yes.
Always positive.
That's right. I love you.
You're doing
love
the right
me.
thing, right.
We're all a great big family.
Keep the damn money for free.
Mm-hmm. Another news over to Thailand. A day of fishing landed one man in the hospital. While out in the water, he was a victim of a freak accident in which a fish jumped up and managed to land in the inconvenient location of the man's open mouth, lodging itself in his throat.
Oh.
Due to the fact that it was a fish with spines, it made getting it dislodged all the more difficult. He was eventually taken to the hospital after being spotted by another fisherman, and the fish was surgically removed. The guy couldn't breathe.
What are the odds of that?
He's
man?
flopping around like on his boat, and other people see him just struggling to breathe. I don't know how in the world they got him to the hospital okay.
I see your problem is that fish lodged in your throat.
Right. And it was a spinety one, too. So it's one of those where, it'll go in easy, but then coming back out, it's got that umbrella effect, man. Hoofda. That's
why I don't fish.
Right. And then you see this gnarly son of a gun that they got on the table that they pulled out of there.
Picture?
That was disgusting, man.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness gracious. A man in Pennsylvania was the victim of a burglary, but what was stolen is a little odd. The burglars snuck into the victim's home, made their way to the freezer, and stole a bag of pierogies worth about $10. That and some minor damage to the wall in the kitchen.
They got the right stuff.
Why wouldn't you just steal them from a store, though? Why go through, busting through somebody's wall?
Because stores have security cameras and silent alarms.
I think they went in there and I think they figured out, by casing everything, what was the most realistic thing that they wanted to take.
All right.
There's no jewelry in here. I can't find any money. There's no computer. I can't find a tablet. I can't find a phone.
You think it's sort of the end of their burglary where they're like, there's nothing here.
But you have 5 pounds of delicious pierogies. I am taking those. Yep.
Was it a 5-pound bag?
It was.
Yeah.
5-pound bag.
But it was only valued for $10? $10. Are they just giving them out in PA?
At BJ Warehouse, it's probably $10 there.
Man, that is the best commercial for this doggone brand of pierogies. All right, it's so good, people will just steal that and nothing else.
Worth going to jail for.
Right. A man in Canada got police called on him while out in the park. Local authorities received multiple calls about a man in the park wielding a sword. Police arrived on the scene and attempted to negotiate with the man, but he fled, wading through the nearby water toward the local school on the other side, which was then placed on precautionary hold because fun. He did eventually surrender to authorities, who then found several other blades on his person, as well as, methamphetamine.
Okay.
Yeah. Why am I not shocked that the guy who's waving a sword, for whatever reason, if you've got a sword, I just assume that you're insane.
Yeah,
or at least you're on something that makes you insane.
I agree. 100%.
Exactly.
All right.
I don't get it, man. But that is it for your headlines. And with that, Mike Hawk is out.
Bitches, have a great weekend, man. We'll see you coming up next on the Men's Room Happy Hour, exclusively on the Odyssey app.
Yes, indeed, it's true. In the meantime, we'll be all about this bitch for 180 seconds or so. So until then, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network. Oh, man! A Double Flush production.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. When we think about the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy in the Black community, let's remember, it didn't happen by chance. It's justified in history. But the will to change the narrative is strong today, and our people are lending their voices to the conversation. We're sharing our stories and the reasons that made us choose the vaccine so we can lead the way for others to make a well-informed choice too. To hear our stories, visit hereforuswa.org.
Realtors abide by a code of ethics. This is Article 9 in action. Beth, a first-time homebuyer, knew nothing about the home buying process, except that she wanted to buy a home. But her realtor had the expertise to make sure Beth understood every document, even giving her copies to review with her lawyer so Beth could close on her first home with confidence. Complicated things explained in simple terms. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too-big-to-fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.